Kandi Burrus. Ooh wee. Her and that OLG. I'm gonna tell you something. Kandi, it might be time to shut them down. Shut them down. I'm just saying, okay? So Radar Online posted this article. Kandi Burrus's ATL restaurant sued over a 2020 incident that left a 14-year-old injured. Now, I know most of you are probably going to think that this is the incident that took place recently at Blaze Steak and Seafood. No. Where I think it was Kandi's cousin, or Kandi's cousin was the one that pulled the blicky, or somebody got popped. Okay, it wasn't life threatening, and I'm not trying to trivialize it. I did report on it, but I just don't remember. It was at Blaze Steak and Seafood. This took place. Y'all remember? I think this is the restaurant that Kandi had, that they claim was in the hood. And remember, two people got into an argument out. It started outside or something like that, and then it ended up inside the restaurant, and security was there or something. This from 2020. Maybe you guys remember, maybe you don't. All right, so let's get into this article. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, a woman named Kaya Humphreys, on behalf of herself and her daughter, sued Kandi's restaurant, the owners of the shopping center where the spot is located, and the security team hired by the center. Okay, on February 14th, 2020, Humphreys said that she entered OLG with her 14-year-old daughter. The two were accompanied by Humphreys' older children, along with another relative. In the suit, Humphreys said that Johnson was near the front of the restaurant in the waiting area, not far from the door. Prior to entering the restaurant, one of the family members heard a loud altercation in the parking lot outside of the entrance. While waiting to be seated at OLG, a man wearing a red tracksuit entered OLG and was near the front of the restaurant. This is what the suit read. Shortly afterward, a second man entered OLG. The lawsuit added that the man wearing the red tracksuit began, letting off. Kaya Humphreys was popped in the right calf. Lord have mercy. Humphrey says her daughter's wound required medical treatment, including multiple surgeries, therapy, and counseling. Kaya Humphreys has experienced severe physical and emotional pain and suffering as a result of the wounds she sustained. This is what the lawsuit reads. Kaya will continue to experience severe physical and emotional pain and suffering as a result from the wounds she sustained. The incident happened at Kandi's second OLG, which she opened in 2018. In the suit, the family said that the property owners should have been aware that additional security was needed given the many past incidents of crime. They said that in the years before the 2020 shooting, there were numerous crimes involving firearms, robberies, and assaults. Humphrey said that her family had no knowledge of the frequent and recurring violent crimes at the shopping center. In the suit, Kandi's business stands accused of being negligent in not providing proper security despite the shopping center's history. The suit seeks unspecified damages. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Kandi's cousin, who worked at her other restaurant, Blaze, was popped by his coworker in September. Kandi, all these lawsuits, girl, this is a huge liability. A huge liability. They probably will settle out of court. It's unfortunate. You go to a restaurant to eat, enjoy the atmosphere, and you go to, fellowship with your family, friends, and loved ones. You don't expect to be in the middle of a war zone at a restaurant. Now, as I think this is the restaurant, if I'm not mistaken, this is the restaurant that this complex where this OLG is, Rashida and Frost have their restaurant down the lane, or in the same vicinity, or in the same shopping plaza, right? Now, as far as the shopping plaza being liable, see, that I don't know, because this happened inside of Kandi's restaurant. Kandi definitely, the business OLG definitely is liable for the injuries, but as far as the shopping plaza, I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, listen, it's worth a try. Why the heck not? I think that Kandi is unfortunately responsible. See, once again, now I understand you cannot control who enters and exits your establishment. However, if your name is on that establishment, the liability is going to fall on you. I don't remember if they even caught the this person who did this, because yeah, it was a fight. I remember when this happened. Everybody remembers when this happened. So I think Kandi and Todd, both of their names are on this business, right? But of course, we know this is Kandi's more famous than her husband, I guess, right? But it's Kandi and Todd, because I think they're both owners of OLG. They're both business owners. This is not a good look. Listen, I get it that you want to, employ people, put your business. I think a lot of people put their businesses in some of these areas because the rent or mortgage or whatever it is a lot cheaper. But you should have insurance for stuff like this. No, I don't know. It's unfortunate. What if that little girl what if anybody would have lost their freaking life? And then that Blaze Steak and Seafood not too long ago, this year, you have another incident. Kandi, these restaurants are going to cost you a grip. If you better change the neighborhood that you have these restaurants in, or, girl, this is not a good look. Health code violations, rude staff, bad reviews on the food and the customer service. I mean, yes, it's a restaurant business. It happens. But ma'am, you too worldwide for this, Kandi. You too worldwide for this. It's a darn shame. I'm so glad that young girl did not lose her life. But I can only imagine. I would never want to imagine, but I can only imagine the trauma that she experienced. She probably doesn't even want to go anywhere, Nah, Kandi, I don't know. You're gonna have to rethink this, Miss Mamas, because this is definitely not a good look. All right, good. Best of luck to Kandi and Todd. And like I said, I wish that victim nothing but the best. Her mother as well, and I'm glad that she is still here to talk about it. But Kandi, pay them people, girl. Pay them people handsomely.